ICE's killing spree might be what's dominating the headlines right now, but there are far more problems with this agency than just what we're seeing on these protesters' cameras. In fact, the numbers are now in, and from July 1st through December 31st, judges across the country in 2,300 different instances have ruled that ICE illegally or otherwise wrongfully detained certain individuals. That is 2,300 different people in 6 months that ICE illegally detained. And when I say detained, I'm not talking about am I being detained or am I free to go and you have to sit on the curb. I am talking about people put in a jail cell, either a local jail or an ICE detention facility, for an extended period of time. 2,300 people in 6 months, roughly 180 days, averaging 12.7 people wrongfully, illegally detained by ICE every single day. 12 people every day for 6 straight months. And again, this is not the people saying I was wrongfully detained. These are the courts of law telling ICE, you illegally detained this person. The individuals that have been detained run the gamut, from toddlers to the infirm and elderly. And this is across the country, coast to coast, border to border. Let me read you this, because this is truly disturbing. This is from Common Dreams. ICE arrested a chronically ill 70-year-old woman who came to this country to avoid religious persecution and applied for asylum, who has lived here peacefully for 26 years and complied with all check-in requirements and other conditions of release, who has no known criminal record and poses no threat to anyone, without notice or the process required by their own regulations and without any plan for removing her from this country, then kept her in detention for months without sufficient medical care, and they do not have any argument to offer to even try to justify these actions. The biggest problem is that they don't care. They're trying to meet a quota. And as everybody knows, when you've got a quota to meet, sometimes you cut corners. Now, if it's a regular quota like, hey, you got to do 2, spreadsheets a day, yeah, that's doable. You're not going to cut corners. But when this administration keeps upping the ante, telling you we got to deport 10 million people a month, I want 5,000 people a day arrested, the ICE agents just say, all right, we'll start arresting people. We'll throw them in detention, some of them for months, and we'll sort it out later. Because nobody, and I always point this out, no matter what the issue is, nobody ever checks up on the later part. They just see the big numbers up front. The administration boasts about the numbers. They go out there and say, we got 10,000 people this week. We got 1 million people last week. But then they don't come back a couple weeks or even months later and say, hey, by the way, all those people we arrested, yeah, that was totally illegal for us to do, and they've all been released because we screwed up on each and every single one of them. They don't care. The ICE agents out there don't care. They just know they see a person that's not white. Hey, probably not from here. Let's throw them in jail. Let the courts sort it out later. This is terrorism. This is domestic terrorism. These people who want to call protesters who are exercising their constitutional rights, they call them domestic terrorists. They are the domestic terrorists, ruining people's lives, violating the rule of law, and absolutely nothing, no form of punishment whatsoever happening to these agents, rounding up people that are here legally, some of them actual natural-born U.S. citizens, and locking them up with zero due process. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a crime against humanity. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.